Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Have a Pint. Today we have Moo Joos from Brau Brothers Brewing Company. It is a milk or sweet stout. It is 5.8% alcohol by volume, 24 IBUs, and on Untapped, for the description, it says, packing a malty punch but still light on its feet, Moo Joos is a remarkably easy to drink oatmeal stout. Hurry up and marvel at the complexity. This is a beer that won't last long in your glass. So, that's what the label looks like. Not very much head on this one, which is not overly surprising, but kind of surprising given that it's a lighter stout. I would more expect to see that with something like KBS. It ends up having a little bit of head here. Alright, now for the nose. So I get the malt in it, I get the sweetness from from it being an oatmeal milk stout. Not too much more going on with this. I really just get that malty and the sweetness. So mouthfeel is very light, carbonated, but not too much. It's an incredibly light stout. I can't get past that for the taste. Just sweet. Just honestly sweet. There is no complexity whatsoever to this beer. It says complexity in the description. I promise you there is nothing to this. This is just a straight milk stout. No bitterness, no nothing. Definitely just malt in this beer. It is kind of disappointing. And it's just incredibly light for a stout. Just like I've had a lot of milk stouts in my time, and this is far lighter than anything I have ever had for a milk stout. I have never had this one before. I actually don't believe I've had anything from the brewery itself. I think this is my first exposure to their beers. Let's see. Yeah, this is my first time having anything by them. And I'm hoping that this beer is I don't know, I hope it was an older bottle that I had purchased, because being a lighter stout it would not age well, and there is just nothing on here to indicate a date that it was brewed on. And that would also, the lack of the head would be an indication if it is an older beer. And I never looked at it in the light. However, I get nothing out of it. It is black. You're pretty much not going to get any light to go through this. but it's very simple, and there's nothing going on in this beer. And I was actually kind of excited for it because I love milk stouts. When I was first getting into darker beer, I've always loved Schwarzbier, but I really enjoyed your typical low-level porters, and milk stouts were fantastic. Those were break-ins for me. And of course, I haven't had a oatmeal or a milk stout in years. I want to say. I know I had one the other night on tap, and it was still good. I was just wondering, since my palate has jumped up for like KBS and how I love those kind of beers so much, that maybe this just doesn't do nothing for me anymore. But I think it's just this beer, and it could be, it might not even be the beer itself. It could be just an old bottle I got. I would try it again just to see if it was maybe that I just got an old bottle. But I certainly wouldn't turn this down if somebody offered it to me. And like I said, I'd try it again just to see if maybe the bottle's old. But this is an incredibly disappointing beer. And there is absolutely no head to this beer any longer. And that's hot. I had a lot more head when I had KBS, which I have some aging, and we will review those in, well, we'll review one of them in about 10 months, 11 months. The other one's going to be a long way down the line. But on Untappd, this gets a 3.61 rating. I can't give it anything near that. I'm going to give it the lowest rating I've ever given a stout, and that's probably going to be around a 3. Honestly, I'm probably going to say 2.75 is what I'm going to rate this beer. Well, that's all I have this time. Till next time, Prost.